Part 2 of Spooky Hollow. I know it's been a while. The last time it was snow out here, I was on the opposite side of Spooky Hollow. I'm gonna do a part 3 because I'm not gonna walk that distance, but I'm first gonna start at the graveyard, the one graveyard which is oh, I forget what it's called till I get up there. But I'm gonna start walking up this path up this way. This is in Spooky Hollow. This is the road that takes you up to a graveyard, and off to the on the far would be south, kind of on the south side. My dad and them back in the past at this cemetery up here, when the gate was always open, he tricked somebody. We played a practical joke on somebody that still around today, but brought him down here, went up in the cemetery, and I guess they turned on a spotlight. I was a little kid at the time. Turned on a spotlight in the cemetery, and a couple of them went beyond the. Came out from behind the tombstone, like dressed like ghosts, and scared the person half to death threw us underneath the vehicle and stuff. Oh well. Be careful coming up to this cemetery, because you have these tracks, and over there that's that bridge I showed you before that they said they're going to use for rails. The trails is blocked off right now with a gate. Careful, look both ways, hope no trains are coming, but you pretty much can feel it if they are. Yeah, because right here's a problem about the cemetery. There is an area, I guess they filled it in. I guess I told somebody about it online because this right here was caved in up here a little bit. This right here, this little bit right there. This is Quiggle Cemetery. Somebody told me to come up and do these. So I tried to film it before, but it didn't come out correctly the way I wanted it to. I could do the correct thing, go into the cemetery. It needs a little bit maintained. This is one reason it's called Spooky Hollow. There's a cemetery on one side and a small cemetery in between. I forget the name of that little one, but I'm just gonna walk through it for you, one side or the other. It's near the dump and the road. Back in 1877, Illinois Hillborn. This is a pretty old cemetery. There's one back there, the back, Simcox back there. The newest one I see in here. I'm gonna go over that way a little bit. You still can see the railroad down there. The last one, this looks like the last one buried here, 2005. I'm coming over here. I think there might be some history on this, the statue-like thing, obelisk, I think it's called. And a Quiggle. Yep, 1815. This is where the Quiggle Another reason why I came over here is I'm going to show you the gate. This gate where the beginning of the one part of the cemetery first began, I guess. It got a little bigger since then. This is where the plot was missing several pieces of the fence. It got a little bigger. Well, yeah, there's some just with a regular stone right there. Just a regular stones. Yeah, some people don't know this is here, and I figured, and there might be some that already filmed down here. If they did, if they want to show the pictures, I don't mind. They can put it up on here, put it up on Facebook or whatever. I mean, this is 2019 when Facebook is popular, and I try my best to get some nice videos out for everybody, but sometimes I make mistakes. This is part 2 of Spooky Hollow. This is in Quiggle Cemetery. Alright, I'm going to leave the gate and go back down over and get on the other side of the tracks, and then I'm going to show you what it looks like down below here. I only showed you one part of that down there, but I'm going to show you. Because I used to go run this road down below here. I mean, used to take that out there. I went fishing with somebody. Too, is it out that way a couple times? But I used to drive this road a lot down below, from one end to the other, to one side of McElhatton to the other side. It was a lot. It was fun. I thought it was a fun road to travel, but it doesn't help that people kind of ruined it and all that, speeding through there and all that all the time. So I didn't like it. Just the borough didn't like that, so they shut it off, and Rails of Trails took it over. So now it's a walking path the whole way through. See, this is the railroad bed. Private railroad crossing. I'm gonna look this way, I'm gonna look that way, and I don't feel no trains or see any trains. So, well, I can't really give you the history of the place that much, but all I know, the Fort Horn is next door, and they used to say this is a place. The reason why it's called Spooky Hollow, not to be mixed up with Spook Hollow, which is in Lycoming County, not Clinton County. All right. Spooky Hollow. They said there's a story about that, but I can't remember what it was. That you might seen some soldiers walking through that never was around, and they didn't. They mainly just used this area to hide from the Indians because it's next to the river, and it was easy access there. So, so I'm going to show you what it looks like down here. This is where you park your cars, and you can start taking a walk on the one side of the bed to the other. Here's my car's right down there, but I'm probably not going to have that one too much, probably for 1 year or so, but hopefully I can get more done to it. So, but this is where you can walk your dog and this is as far as I'm going to go for part 1. Part 2, I meant. I keep saying it's part 1, but part 1's already on here. Part 2, and because the video is getting kind of long, and I don't want to get it too long. All right, I'll catch you later.